Alrighty, you are looking live at sold out MetLife Stadium, where today the 16-0 and playoff bound New York Giants are taking on the 0-800 Philadelphia Eagles. And why are the Philadelphia Eagles 0-800? Because they suck. The Philadelphia Eagles lost the Super Bowl because they suck. The Philadelphia Eagles have always sucked. The Philadelphia Eagles will always suck in the future. The Philadelphia Eagles suck. Welcome to the Gridiron, man. It just rolls right off the tongue. Philadelphia Eagles suck. Oh, I love saying that. Anybody out there at all that's going to spend a little bit of time with me here this evening, I greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Or if anybody going to watch the replay of this, once again, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. It means the world to me, guys. Thank you. I'm going to try to go about 30 minutes here tonight, shoot my mouth off for about 30 minutes. Anybody got anything to say, please feel free, fire away, throw in the chat box. I usually try to check on the chat box like every 5-10 minutes or so. So as soon as I see something in there, I try to respond to it as fast as I can. Plus, instead of me just rambling on for like 30, 40 minutes or whatever, it's nice to talk to another Giant fan. So please feel free, fire away, throw any comments, whatever, in the chat box. Before I get started, if anybody wants to help support my channel out, it would mean the absolute world to me. The top link in the description box takes you to my membership page, okay? I got 3 different membership levels. The first one's called the Saquon. The second membership level is called the Lawrence Taylor. And the third membership level is called the Gridiron. Each one's got their own little perks to them, okay? So, if everybody wants to help support my channel out, I thank you in advance. Thank you. If you are subscribed to my channel, thank you once again. Once again, as I said, I can use all the support I can get, guys. Thank you. But if you're not, please go down below, hit the subscribe button, hit that bell icon. That way, next time I go live or put a video out, you'll be notified. And it's free of charge. What do you got to lose, right? But if you are subscribed to my channel, thank you. And then finally, in the description box below, there's 2 Facebook links. Okay, the top Facebook link takes you to my Facebook group. Okay, it's called the New York Giants, the Gridiron. It's a group. What do we got? What are we up to? We're up to, old and tight with 3,300 members. Okay, in the off season it's a little slow, but we're up to 3,300 members. Let's see, and it's 7 days a week. I'm putting stuff in here, and I love doing it. It's not a job if you enjoy doing. What you do, it's you never work in a moment in your life. That's by putting these videos out or putting stuff in the group. I absolutely love it. It's fantastic. But not only do I put stuff in here, but the members post stuff in here as well too. So I try to get like up to about 10 things a day. Sometimes in the off season, it's a little tough to get a lot of posts and stuff like that, especially if there's not a lot going on. But whether it's a post, a picture, something showing some stats, a video, something making fun of the Eagles or the Cowboys, that's my personal favorites right there. I try to get stuff in there every day. Right? As I said, between me and the members, there's a ton of stuff going in there every day. The second Facebook link, okay, in the description box below, takes you to my Facebook page, okay. And basically, as I say this in every video, it's all my YouTube channel, Facebook group, Facebook page, all called pretty much like the same thing. It's called the New York Giants, the Gridiron. That way, a moron like me, I can remember. I know it's like, what's the group called? What's the page? What's the YouTube channel called? Is it called different than the group? It's all called the same thing. That way, I can remember. All right. And what do we got? We have over 1,300 people who like it. Okay. And we have over 4,900 people following it. We're getting close to that magical 5,000 follower plateau, right? Or mark, shall I say. And so we'll be hitting that any day now. Okay. So the page is really, really doing good. And it's the same thing here. Okay. I put stuff in here, every day. Usually once I get done with going live, spend the next couple of hours just putting stuff in the page in the group. Okay. And as I said, as I try to get like about the same thing, 10 things or so in the page, 10 things or so, if not more in the group, every day. Right. I don't commingle. So basically, the stuff that I put in the page, I don't put in the group. Whatever I put in the group, I don't put in the page. So it's usually something different, unless I find something really juicy that makes fun of the Eagles. That's what I live for. That's the reason why I get up in the morning, to make fun of the Eagles. Okay. So if I find something like that, I might put them in the group and the page. Okay. But other than that, I try to keep everything separate. Okay. So if you go to the page and you like it and you follow it, and you go to the group, you get a ton of New York Giants information every day. Okay. And then, like I say in every video, all right, if you go to the page, okay, and you like and you follow it, and you go to the group, and you become a member. If you're not 100% satisfied, you get your money back guaranteed. All right, with all that stuff said and done, out of the way with, I was doing this the other night, and I had I really lucked out. Some people from the past came back there. Vinny G-Man and Ronnie, and then Terrence was there, and we had some conversation going on and stuff and all and everything. So this here, the NFC East report card. Who is this? Oh, it's Sports Illustrated. SI Sports Illustrated. They came out with their the NFC East report card grades. The Giants are on top as the Eagles, Cowboys maintain their rosters. Which, yeah, I mean, the thing is, like with the, so I definitely think without question, the Giants got better, without question. The Eagles were very, very good. Did they get better? No, because they lost a bunch of guys. They lost their offensive coordinator, they lost their defensive coordinator. So now they're going to have to, Jalen Hurts going to have to learn something new, right? The defense is going to be, something different, right? I mean, familiarity is really, really helpful. Like if you've been in the same system for so many years, Jalen Hurts can drop back the pass, and basically with his eyes closed, he knows what everybody's going to do, and this, that, He can go through his progressions, boom, boom, boom. He's not thinking, right? But when you got, somebody new offensive coordinator coming in, a new defense, it's makes things a little more difficult, right? Like I said, but they lost a bunch of guys. They added some guys, okay. They didn't get any better, all right. So I mean, but the Cowboys, you can say maybe they got a little bit worse. But so Sports Illustrated, they got the report cards, okay. Let's see. This is the days of the NFL fans complaining about the NFC East hogging the primetime schedule might be over with a loaded group of teams headed into the 2023 season. The Eagles and Cowboys will be fun to watch after the offseason moves they made to maintain their talented rosters. I don't think the Cowboys maintained their roster. Philadelphia prioritized the draft while Dallas visited the trading block. Yeah, I wasn't very impressed with Dallas's draft. Expected Giants to be in the race for the division title after making several impressive offseason moves. Now, see, the Giants kind of hit it out of the park with their free agency and the draft, okay, with the two. All right. So let's see. Also, the Commanders are serious about Sam Howell. Okay, well, okay, they're great. That's the might be serious about him, but okay. Yeah. All right. Hope they're right. If not, they could be in some trouble. But did they do enough this offseason to help Howell compete in the crowded division? Let's take a closer look at the NFC East by grading the offseason moves made by the four teams. And they start with the New York Giants on top, okay? It says here, key additions, okay? Deontay Banks, Paris Campbell, Jalen Hyatt, Bobby McCain, John Michael Schmitz, Bobby Okereke, Sean Robinson, Darren Waller. They don't, I mean, there's a bunch of guys in there. Nunez Roches, they don't have him in here, right? No, they don't have him. So we added, right? We added a lot. We did good. Really, really did good. Key subtractions, John Feliciano, but he's not. I mean, it wasn't that horrible last year, okay? But we lost him, okay? But we got our center for hopefully the next 10 years. We did lose Julian Love, but maybe we might be able to. Maybe Bobby McCain might be able to replace him. I don't know if Bobby McCain's the guy for the future or not, but right. We also got Dane Belton too. So hopefully he got some meaningful snaps last year. Hopefully, he might get a little bit better this year. All right. And it says, where do the Giants stand? The Giants took care of business by agreeing to long-term contract extensions with Jones and Sexy Dexy, while also retaining so we got Saquon for a year. Okay. Hopefully, we still have 2 more months. Hopefully, they can get a deal done and get something done where he'll be with the Giants for hopefully another 3 or 4 years. All right. It says many question whether Jones deserved the contract worth $40 million per year. Well, Jalen Hurts has got a contract that's about $55 million a year. Daniel Jones, he's worth $40 million a year. Yeah, absolutely. But the Giants clearly had no regrets after adding a handful of weapons for the quarterback. It was I'd say, I mean, a good handful. You know what I mean? We're looking at a good handful, right? We brought Shepard back, right? We brought Slayton back. We got Crowder. Okay, Jeff Smith, Paris Campbell. Don't forget him. Okay, we're going to be getting Wan'Dale Robinson back. We added Darren Waller. Okay, then in the draft we got Hyatt and we got Bryce Wheaton. Right, so we added. We added a nice handful of weapons for Daniel Jones. Okay, let's see. It says, they're still in search for their true number 1 wideout, which is, true, a number 1 wideout, but it doesn't mean the number 1 person receiving the balls has to be a wideout. He can be a tight end, okay? A la Kansas City, right? It's drastically better. The receiving core is drastically better than last year's crew with the rivals of Campbell and Hyatt. 2 downfield threats to go with Darius Slayton and Sterling Shepard, which the Giants also added Shepard and Slayton because they were free agents. They weren't on a team, right? Giants also delivered a promising draft class headlined by first-round selection Deonte Banks, a lengthy 6'1" outside corner who clocked in an impressive 4.35 or 3.6 at the 40 during the combine. Schmitz, a second-round pick, will also be counted on to make an immediate impact as a starting center. The Giants' best free agency addition might be, I forget, a Carrick, right? I mean, what I'm saying, but you got a Carrick, you got Nunez Roches or Nacho, and you got Ashawn Robinson. Let's not forget that, right? We beefed up the inside big time, okay? And not only that, but we got ourselves a tackling machine, okay? So it says the projected win total they got for the Giants is 8.5. Okay. It says their odds to win the NFC East is, I don't know, is plus 561, which is not very good. So their final grade is a B+. Okay. B. I'm fine with that. I'm just trying to be biased. I mean, I don't want to say, the Giants, we got an A++ because I'm a Giant fan. We're the greatest of all time. So B+, cool. I can, okay. I would say an A- to a B+ without question. Yeah. The Giants had the best offseason in the division. Yes, they did. But they're still a tier below the Eagles and the Cowboys. No. And the Cowboys, a tier below? No. Cowboys maybe a smidge better? Yeah, I'll buy that. Absolutely. Maybe a game or 2 better? Yeah. A tier? Nah, I'm not saying a tier. No. Absolutely not. Maybe the Eagles a tier, yeah, I can see that. But a tier better than worse than the Cowboys, no. Jones will need to build off his promising 2022 season and build quick chemistry with the. See, that's the one thing. I mean, he's still got the same system, which is great. He can work off of that. Hopefully, you'll see more. Hopefully, where he's dropping back the pass and he'll be dancing around, looking dancing. First read, second read, third read, fourth read, first read, second read. You know what I mean? It's not like dancing around looking first read. Okay, he's covered. You know what I mean? Hopefully we won't be seeing too many YouTube videos of Daniel Jones dropping back the pass and they're circling Darius Slayton wide open down the left sideline where Daniel Jones doesn't even bother looking. I seen quite a bit of those videos last year, right? So hopefully, he'll be like Tom Brady, kind of just dancing around. First read, second read, third read, fourth read, first read, second read, bam, fourth read. I got to the fourth read, the second time the fourth read, boom, we hit him, we got 6 yards, 6 yards. Now we're second down and 4. Okay, we took 6 yards. Let's go, right? So, but the thing is that, the more he's in the system, the more comfortable he gets. The thing is now he has a brand new center, but it's going to take a little, it's, a little getting used to. Nothing horrible, but still got to get used to it. But he's got some new weapons, though. Okay. And, everybody runs their routes different. You tell them 5 and out or 10 and out or whatever, some guys are going to, round it off a little bit. And that 10 yards is going to be 11. Some guys are going to cut it straight on the dime, and at 10 and out, it's going to be 10 yards. Some might, work their way back to the quarterback, maybe a little bit to, maybe the defender's on their back, so they might work their way back. So their 10 and out might be 9.5 yards or whatever, 10, so you got to get used to that. So especially, it's not, it's not, I don't know, drawing it up on the chalkboard. Okay, you run your 10, and you go out there, and Daniel, you wait for as soon as he makes a cut and takes 2-3 steps toward you. That's when you step and you plant, you throw the ball. Now, you got to throw it, right, before the dude's even making his break. He's running, he's getting down, he's making his break, and as he's kind of making his break, you're throwing the ball. So as he's kind of turning and taking a step or two toward the sideline, he's looking back, the ball's in the minute. It's none of this. Yeah, you wait, make him, let him get his cut, let him get close to the sideline, and then you just zing it right in there. No, that's not how it works. So, it says one on the defensive side, the team has plenty of talent, could receive consistent play from edge rushers, Kayvon Thibodeau and Azeez Ojulari. Yeah, so then we got the Philadelphia Eagles. The key addition, Sidney Brown, Jalen Carter, I guess if he's not going to go to jail, Terrell Edmonds, Rashad Penny, Nolan Smith, and DeAndre Swift. So key subtractions, Edwards, Marcus Epps, Javon Hargrave, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, Miles Sanders, Isaac Salmolo, Kaiser White. So they got some stuff, but they lost a lot. Okay, so they didn't improve. All right. Let's see. The Eagles' biggest offseason move was locking down quarterback Jalen Hurts. Howie Roseman followed it by making a splash in the first round of the draft with selections of Carter and Smith. Yeah, they're not big splashes to me. So. Especially if one guy might be going to jail. I mean, but that would be another swing and a miss for the Eagles in the first round of the draft, which is a commonplace for the Eagles. DeVonta Smith was a fantastic pick for them, but you go back and you look at the Eagles like the last, from 2023 to 2014 or 2015, they had a lot of misses in the first round, a lot of misses. So I never get excited about an Eagles first round pick. Never. So let's see here. Philadelphia should be okay with the Carter, Johnson, Davis, and Fletcher Cox. The Eagles continue to maintain winning rosters by planning ahead and hitting on the draft pick. I don't know what these people are smoking. If you go back and you look at some of these draft picks they've had, especially the first round picks, they've missed so many times. It just boggles my brain. Absolutely boggles my brain. And the Eagles consistently, their picks are just unbelievable. I mean, you go back and look at some of the absolute trash first-round picks they've had over the past 10 years. Absolute fucking garbage. And it's unbelievable. Dillard, the one some douchebag gave the Eagles an A for that pick. They picked him at number 22. That's absolute trash. Oh, my God. Fucking garbage. And every year they keep getting these phenomenal picks for their first round. Oh, my God. I said the projected win total is 10.5. Well, that's a little, it's a tougher schedule, right? So the projected win total is 10.5. Their odds to win the favorite, they're pretty much heads-on favorite to win the division. Their final grade is a B. Okay, the Dallas Cowboys, their final grade is a B-. Okay, the projected win total is 9.5. That means, it says the Giants are a tier below in this article, the Eagles and the Cowboys. Now, the Giants win total is 8.5, and the Cowboys are 9.5. I mean, that's one game. That's a tier? I mean, I don't know. But, the Cowboys, they added Brandon Cooks, Stephon Gilmore, who's 32 or 33 years old, Overshown, Schoonmaker and Mozzie Smith. I would have took Mayer in the first round, but whatever. They lost Noah Brown, Ezekiel Elliott, Connor McGovern, and Dalton Schultz. I mean, they added some, they lost some. Okay. Let's see. The Cowboys might be expecting too much from Gilmore and Cooks. Yes. Yep. See, Gilmore is his fourth team in 4 years. If you're, if we're putting, oh my God, Stefan Gilmore, well, you're not on 500 teams in the past 500 years. If you were that good, you're just solid. You know what I mean? Aging veteran, but knowledge. And I'm not saying so. I'm not saying stupid. I mean, Lord knows, a ton of knowledge up there. But if you're that good, you're not. This is the fourth team he's been on in 4 years. Okay, so let's not get too excited about that. And as I said, Cook's his worst year, I think, was last year. Although the team he was on was not an offensive juggernaut, so we got to give him that. But it says if the two veterans, the Cooks and Gilmore, don't play at a high level, this roster probably doesn't have enough depth at wide receiver and cornerback to keep pace with the Eagles in the division. Eagles or Giants, right? Because the Giants now is speed, okay? Also, the Cowboys might have waited too long in the draft a replacement for Schultz. I would have took Mayer, right? First round. He's there. Best tight end in the draft. Boom. Just take him. Overall tight end. Take him. Now you replace Schultz. You replace Schultz and you made an upgrade. Okay? So you made an upgrade as far as maybe receiver and blocking. Okay, so you've got a twofer there. You upgraded the tight end. You also upgraded the offensive line, blocking-wise, too. So, let's see. So, I mean, Dallas will be an NFC contender again, but this group might be headed for another exit in the divisional round. Yep, that's exactly what I can say. They did not get better, without question. Without question, they did not get better. Then they got the Washington Commanders here. They got their final grade. The Commanders' final grade is a C. Their projected win total is 6.5. I am not high on Howell, but we'll see. Key additions: Cody Barton, Jacoby Brissett. Good. I mean, if Howell struggles or whatever, you got Brissett on the sideline. Good. You might need him. All right. Cornerback Emmanuel Forbes, very good pick right there. Jartavius Martin. Ricky Stromberg and Andrew Wiley. Okay. They lost Carson Wentz. Good for them. Taylor Heineke. Okay. And then Bobby McCain, which we got. Okay. Said the Commanders had a questionable draft and a quiet free agency heading into the critical fourth season for Coach Ron Rivera. Yeah, I mean, I don't think they did enough to try to save the guy's job. The team's biggest free agency was Wiley, who will help at right tackle, but that won't solve all the problems on the offensive line. Forbes displayed standout instincts and ball skills. They still got if Chase Young comes back, right? This will be his last year probably with them, but they'll still have that good. They added Forbes, right? So the defense should still be solid. And I said if Chase Young can come back and be healthy and actually play some of the games, that would be amazing. They're going to have a great front wall. The defense should be good. The question will be, they got weapons on offense, but with their offensive line and possible questionable quarterback play, we'll have to wait and see. But once again, it's going to be, you got to play the games. So I can be way wrong. I mean, the Giants could wind up with 7 wins and Washington could wind up with 9 wins. So who knows? But yeah, I'm not overly impressed with the Commanders did, and not overly impressed with what the Cowboys did. So, Terrence, disrespect is real. Well, and then we got this, the disrespect. I mean, the Pro Football Network, I got a kick out of this one here. The Pro Football Network ranks the Giants' defense among NFL's worst. I mean, that's Pro Football Network, and Pro Football Focus also disrespects the Giants as well, too. I mean, we go here, this from last year, overall, where the hell we at? Overall defensive grade. Of course, the Eagles were number 1. The Eagles are the greatest thing of all time. The Giants' overall defensive grade, we were number 30. Of according to Pro Football Focus. We were 54.4. Okay. But Pro Football Network, let's say the Giants defense is much talked about unit with coordinator Wink Martindale to helmet starts such as nose tackle Sexy Dexy, Kayvon Thibodeau, Xavier McKinney, obviously, Azeez Ojulari, right? Leonard Williams, now we got Bobby Okereke, right? Adoree Jackson, right? Deontay Banks. We got some guys there, right? Nunez Roaches, his backup, Sean Robinson, right? So, but then Pro Football Network says, but how good are they? Last year, Martindale's first with the team, the Giants finished 25th out of 32 in total defense. Against the run, they were 27th. But this is the thing I don't understand. Yeah, we were horrible, absolutely horrible. But, I don't know if these guys are noticing we added Bobby Okereke, a tackling machine. We also added depth at the defensive interior line there. So if Sexy Dexy needs a blow, right, who's going to come in there? Sean Robinson or Nunez Roaches. You're not going to get a lot out of the pass rush. But what do those guys do? Stop the run, right? The biggest thing the Giants had last year was stopping the run. And we added 2 phenomenal interior defensive linemen as far as stopping the run. Nunez Roaches says, I do that in my sleep, right? So we're going to go from 144 yards a game. I'm not saying we're going to go down under 100, but we're going to knock that down. They were 27th. Okay, but we were 14th versus the pass. Okay. The Giants surrendered an average of 21.8 points per game. Okay. And now, which is 18th overall. But that was also with not a phenomenal offense. You look also too. The other team, when they run the ball, the clock runs, right, for the most part. So your offense, they were chewing up the clock. Your offense is on the sideline. We didn't have we averaged 21 something points per game last year, scoring too. So we were just average. Hopefully this year we take a step forward, right? Let's see. And 13 of the 17 games were decided by 8 points or less. Yep. This year they added some important pieces at the inside line, Bobby Okereke and Deontay Banks, as well as along the defensive line. Sean Robinson and Nunez Roaches. So we got 4 good guys. Then we got Jordan Riley too. We'll have to see what he does. Okay, DJ Davidson's coming back, right? So we have a couple other guys. That may not be enough to improve the unit in some eyes. May not be enough to improve. Are you why? See, now we got 2 cornerbacks. We got 4 defensive line. We got Bobby Okereke, right? I don't know. I don't know. The folks at Pro Football Network think the Giants haven't done enough to move the needle on defense. They have them ranked at number 29. 29 out of 32 teams, they have the Giants ranked. It says the Giants had a glaring hole at cornerback that they fixed with Deontay Banks. Okay, so they don't have a hole there anymore. But they still have work to do at the position, that position. We got Adoree Jackson. We got Deontay Banks. We could probably, it'd be interesting to see who gets the slot corner. Okay. But position and safety. Well, we got McCain. We got Xavier McKinney. So, all right. So we got that a strong projected unit at linebacker. No, Okereke, he's not strong. He had 140, 150 tackles. That's not strong. No. We got, Beavers coming, right? No. I don't know what these guys are smoking. And only a modest pass rush. Yeah, no, actually they're very right on that. Because you look at Kayvon Thibodeau and what Azeez Ojulari did. But Azeez was injured a lot. But you kind of hope you get a little more pass rush. Although I'm going to go over some stats. The Giants at 41 sacks, they were right in the middle of the pack as far as sacks last year, right? It says, despite the excellent names there's reason to believe the Giants will stay about the same defensively. So they're going to stay 29. All the guys that they added, they're going to stay. They're going to basically be like the worst team in football and defensive football. Yeah. My God. Wow. All right. It says, but what's not taken into account are the massive games lost by starters. I mean, McKinney only played, I think, in 9 games last year. Azeez Ojulari was hobbled by his injuries, right? 2023 should be less eventful of the injury front, and the unit should take a step forward, not backwards. Absolutely. I mean, if you look at some of these, some of these stats, the Giants, they had I counted not that maybe so much everyone played on the field in the secondary, but the Giants had, it was either 17 or 18 different guys suit up who played in the secondary last year. That's a lot of guys. I think it was 17. That's a lot between safeties and cornerbacks and all that. 17, that's a lot of guys, okay? But, I mean, if you look here, okay, let's see here. Yards given up. I mean, the Giants were, Giants were number 25. They gave up over 6,000 yards, okay? But however, passing yards, all right? Passing yards. The Giants were number 15, basically right in the middle. They gave up 36-38, 3,638 passing yards, okay? As far as touchdowns given up, the Giants given up the 9th fewest touchdown passes at 21. We only had 6 interceptions. That needs to improve, okay? Rushing yards. Now, this is where the Giants, need to improve without question. The Giants were way down at the bottom. The Giants were number 27, okay? At 2,451. The yards, they were tied for 30th at yards per carry at 5.2 with the Lions. Lions and Giants are both 5.2, the second the worst. Only the Chargers are worse at 5.4, okay? First downs, I mean, the Giants, where the heck were the Giants at? The Giants gave up the number 28, 134 first downs rushing the ball. Okay. Let's see. Overall first downs, let's say the Giants gave up 370, okay, which was 30th. All right. But I'm saying, but the biggest hole, okay, was their run defense. Okay. That was their knock. I mean, but they added, I said, between Akarake, right, and Robinson and Nunez Roches. I mean, we added, we got Jordan Riley in the draft, 7th rounder. I'll have to wait and see. But I mean, their passing defense. I mean, the advanced, shall we say? I mean, they got pressure on the quarterback. Where were they at? They were number what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pressures like hurries, knockdowns, sacks, and all that stuff. They were 1, 2, 3, 4. They were 6th in the league, 24.3%. Right? Quarterback knockdowns. We were 6th in the league at quarterback knockdowns. Let's see here. Hurries. I don't know. Hurries. Whatever hurry. Hurries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11th. And hurries, 7.5%. And this too, missed tackles. We were second best. We only missed 4. Actually, I'm sorry. We were tied for first, according to this Pro Football Reference. We were tied for first, and they're not even close with the Commanders. We're both the Giants and the Commanders only missed, according to this, 49 tackles all year, which was tied for first. The second best team was the Falcons, who missed 54. So they were far away. Okay, I mean, they're let's say in sacks. All right, sacks. They were 41. So which is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They were 13th in sacks. I mean, as I said, I mean, without question, their running game was really, really bad. Okay. As I said, the pass and their defense, the amount of yards they gave up, was right in the middle of the pack. I mean, they gave up the 15th most passing yards as I said, touchdowns. They didn't give up that many. Completion percentage, they were really good at the Giants. The Giants were 7th, 61.4. They were tied with the Chargers as far as giving up 61.4% completion percentage. Right? Very, very good. Okay, as I said, I mean, the one thing was they could. I mean, 41 sacks. I mean, with Azeez and Kayvon, hopefully, and Leonard Williams, hopefully we should get some more. If those guys can stay healthy, hopefully we should get a little bit better pass rushes there. Hopefully, the thing was, as I said, I mean, without question, ridiculous. Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, it is. It's. I mean, without question, their run defense was just ungodly. I mean, it's horrible, absolutely horrible. But the thing was, is that 29, we added. I mean, as I said, Roaches and Robinson. That's what they're. You don't add those guys to add extra sacks, because you're not going to get that from them. I mean, between Robinson and Nunez Roaches, I mean, if they play a decent amount, you might get maybe 3 sacks from the guys, maybe 4 if you're lucky, maybe, right? But they're good at run defense. And they said, then you got a Karake, right? You got the quarterback in the middle who's going to run around from sideline to sideline and make a boatload. I mean, I think he made like 17 tackles when he played the Giants. And the guy stays healthy, he's going to make tackles, right? There's not going to be those, turn around and the other team hands the ball off, and there's going to be these wide open guys, and there's nobody there because the other team's offensive linemen get to the second level and they lock on to Tay Crowder, and he can't get off the block, and then the running back just gouges us for 7, 8, 9, 10 yards, and we got to get Love or Landon Collins or McKinney or somebody from down there come up into the box and make a tackle. I mean, where were we in point differential? Oh no, we were right. Actually, point differential, we weren't very good because we gave up about the same amount as we scored. What the hell we gave up more. What did we get? Points against. Okay, so we gave up 6 more points than we scored. We gave up 371. We scored 365. So we were like right there. But I mean, I'm just saying, and we added, McCain. You don't know how he's going to go. Hopefully, we got Ojulari. He had a good 2 seasons ago, really good. Last season, his his nickname was Toast. You're going to get with him. But we got Deontay Banks, got Adoree Jackson, Kayvon and Azeez Ojulari. We got some depth at the interior line. We got a Karake, right? Xavier McKinney. Hopefully he's coming back. Hopefully he can stay healthy. But 29th? Are you serious? It's just some of it just makes you scratch your head. We just don't get no love at all, And I said, and this is, if we can, a lot of the stats will also, it's theory. Everything's relative. You think, well, the defense has got, the clock runs, right? So, think of it. If you got a better offense, you handle, Saquon gets some yards, Daniel Jones hits some more passes, we catch the ball, we get first downs, we're moving down the field, maybe hit a long pass here. We got the ball, the clock is running. How many yards is the defense giving up? None. How many points is it? Unless you get a pick 6. But I mean, how many points is the defense giving up? Well, none. So, we're also added to the offense as well. So the offense helps the defense helps the, it's all relative. The run game helps the pass game helps the run game, right? The offensive line helps everybody, So, I mean, if we can get the offense going a little bit better, it wasn't certainly horrible last year, but, it wasn't a juggernaut either. But I mean, if we can get those, some better production, the defensive numbers given up start going down. So your defense looks better, right? And, but I think we adding everything. We got 3 new offensive coordinators. Yeah. Because I'm very interested to see how the enemy works out. I hope for him. I mean, now I'm going to play the Giants. But it's I don't know. I just scratch your head sometimes. I don't want to scratch my head too much because I won't have any hair left. But I mean, the knowledge that he has, Bieniemy, coming from Kansas City, I just kind of makes you wonder, why isn't he getting a job? He got, good for him. I'm glad he's over here. Now he's kind of on his own island, shall we say. So he's either going to sink or swim. If he's the real deal, the Commanders, because they got some weapons. I don't know if they got the quarterback, but they got some weapons. But I mean, if he's the real deal, they'll start doing good, right? But so hopefully for his sake, the Washington said, "No, we're not playing the Giants." So their offense takes off, okay, and hopefully he gets a head coaching job somewhere along the line. I don't know why, but I'm very, very happy for him. He got away from Kansas City, so it's not like well, he's got Mahomes and he's got Andy Reid calling the plays and he's got Travis Kelce, so that's the reason why, so now he's someplace else. He's calling the plays, I guess, and all of that. And so he's on his own island. So if he does good, like he probably will, hopefully, the head coaching jobs will open up for the guy. But you're right. Moore is gone, right? So you got McCarthy calling. So, all right. And then whoever, I forgot, I can't stand the Eagles. So I mean, they lost their offensive coordinator as well too. So, but now that's the thing, is that now the Giants, for the first time, I mean, Daniel Jones is going to have back-to-back years with the same offensive system, which is huge, right? But the other three quarterbacks, the other three offenses, it's going to be all brand new. So they a little bit of a learning curve in there, But I said one thing I want to see with Daniel Jones a little bit more is, looking at, instead of looking at one and maybe kind of coming over to number two, and let's, you're gonna have 4 or 5 receivers out there. Let's look at them all, right? And maybe a little more dancing, like a Tom Brady kind of thing, where he's looking at all the different receivers and everything. So, but once again, should be as fun as always. But as I said, a lot of times the Giants don't get no love. But I just 29th. I mean, I'm not saying we're top 10 defense by any stretch of imagination, right? But we had a lot. We helped. We should have done a nice job as far as helping cut down on the making our run defense better. We helped there, without question. That was the biggest problem last year. We got ourselves another good quality cornerback, right? We added some good depth at the defensive interior line. We lost Julian Love, which, I wish we could have signed, which we could have kept him. I mean, apparently the Giants offered him a nice contract, but I guess he wanted to go someplace else. Okay. So we brought McCain in. But, I mean, with Julian Love, I mean, he was kind of like a heart and soul kind of guy, but he's not an all-pro or nothing like that. So, we lost him. But as I said, it's not like we lost a Hall of Famer, right? So we got McCain. I said we got Belton. I said we got Darian Beavers coming back. So I mean, maybe with Beavers and Okereke, we could have a nice 1-2 punch in there, right? Inside linebackers, we got 4 good quality depth in the interior defensive line. We got Kayvon and Azeez. I'm not sure what we got after those guys. But I'm not saying we're just loaded on defense, but 29th overall, really? Nah, I'm sorry. I totally got to disagree with you about that, but it is what it is. All right, Terrence, buddy. Good talking to you. I'll be back again tomorrow. And it's been almost 44 minutes, so anybody spends any time at all watching me here tonight, I greatly, greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. If anybody spends any time watching a replay of this, once again, thank you so much. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. Terrence, as always, buddy, good talking to you. Everybody, you stay safe out there. And as always, go Giants. Woo! Two previous in Kansas City got head coaching jobs. Yep. So, no. I hope Bieniemy gets his. I mean, the guy's paid his dues. He's got a lot of knowledge up there. So we'll see. As I said, I hope the Commanders score 300 points per game, except when they play the Giants. I hope they score 800 against the Eagles and 800 against the. So, we'll wait and see. But that's why you play the games, guys. As always, have a good night, and I'll see you later. See you, Terrence.